I got one of these because Instagram told me that I needed it so that I could be strong and open jars when I'm 70 years old. So I told you though that it was September and I'd gotten mine in June and that I was waiting for it to get cooler before I really started wearing this on my walks. Well, I have a bit of a confession. I do not feel, in all honesty, that I have the right to put this thing on again in front of you because I have had the cooler weather of fall, winter, and spring. And I confess to all of the women of our church that I've maybe worn this thing 3 times since it made its appearance on this very stage. And because this is what I've decided. This thing, it takes all the fun out of walking. Walking was the last shred of exercise that I did not dread until the internet told me that my walks don't count if I'm not wearing one of these. And I'm sorry, but I just don't want to do it. I have decided that I am not giving up the enjoyments of walks around my neighborhood with my husband so that I can open a jar when I'm 70. Look, props to you if you love your hot girl walks. You do you, okay? Oh, okay, sorry, anyway. So because of that, I feel a little bit hypocritical putting this on in front of you. So I thought maybe I could get my dear friend, Amy Corbett, to come up here. Everyone help me welcome Amy Corbett to the stage. Okay, Chunks and Amy were the very first couple to commit to starting this church with us. They have been by our side for 20 years. Amy is one of my best friends in the whole world. And, Amy, I thought about how many times my husband has called your husband on this stage during a sermon for an illustration. And to my knowledge, you have never been used as an illustration. It's been 20 years. It's been a long wait. Today's your day to shine. Happy Mother's Day. Okay, Amy is going to represent us today, all of the people who feel weary and heavy burdened. Now, Amy and I have been close for 24 years, and I'm pretty sure I know everything there is to know about Amy. I know things about Amy that she has forgotten. I'm still mad at that girl who stole your baby name 21 years ago. We're that kind of close, okay? Now, when we think of the yoke that Jesus is talking about, we could think that the yoke is sort of like this weighted vest, and inside the vest are all of the weights that we carry. So I've got some weights here. Amy has severe allergies. Amy's allergic to chicken. Who's allergic to chicken? Amy is. So Amy carries the weight of allergies and of a health issue, okay? Amy's the mom to 2 young adults who also text, "I got you." So we're gonna give her a weight for that. Amy is married to Chunks Corbett, so obviously, this is a weight that Amy carries. Okay, I don't know if you know this, Amy works full-time at Elevation. Her job, one of her jobs, is to get Elevation worship songs on Apple Music and Spotify and radio. Aren't you grateful for Amy? Okay. But she carries the weight of the responsibilities of her job. Here is a weight to represent Amy's sin and her mistakes. Amy doesn't have a lot, but we have all sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. So we've got a weight for all of her sins and her mistakes. This is the things that Amy's worried about that are keeping her up at night. She carries that weight. This is a weight for grief. I know that Amy's lost several loved ones, and that's something that she thinks about and that weighs her down. But here's the thing that I want to illustrate to you today. Most of us think that God is another one of these. A lot of us have gotten the wrong impression about God. It's easy to confuse having a relationship with God with religion. But Jesus did not die so that we would be weighted down by a different, more modern set of rules. Jesus came to set us free. Romans 8:1 says, there is therefore now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. The enemy wants you, he wants nothing more than for you to think that you need to try harder. He wants you to think that you need to pray more. He wants you to think that you need to clean yourself up. He wants you to think that you need to prove that you are worthy. And I want you to know that that is not from God. Jesus is not another weight in your vest. 1 John 5:3, look at this. It says, we know we love God because we keep his commands, and his commands are not burdensome.